Hey guys, New York Dan here. Greetings to my 1 million beautiful souls out there. I want to bring you some content. Yeah, I didn't upload anything yesterday. I forget when I did it last, but I figured let me get this up because on the weekend I'm actually going to do some wine country stuff. That's coming up, which should be good. And then you guys probably know I'm going on a cruise. Next week I'm gonna be posting cruise footage. So before I do all that, I wanted to show you guys something that it's a little scary. It might, if you're going on a cruise, this might concern you a bit. Okay, what happens if you cannot be treated on board the ship? They do have a medical center that's limited, but what happens if you really need to get to a hospital? Well, I'm going to show you guys what happens today. I went back in my footage when I was on a cruise, and this actually happened. And I had my camcorder. I was there to film what this procedure looks like. I'm going to show it to you on the channel, this original content from my own travels. Yeah, this topic pertains to a video I just did earlier in the week where I advised Sarasota Tim, you got to get travel insurance if you're going on the cruise. You can buy from Allianz. Sometimes the cruise line sells it directly. You can just add it right on when you book it. The problem is, if you're on the ship and something really bad happens, you got to get to a hospital. It costs a fortune to get off the ship. If you have to be airlifted, even if they get you to like a local hospital and then they want to transport you from wherever you are, maybe in the Caribbean, over to the United States, it's all very expensive. And by the way, with the travel insurance, here's a quick tip before I forget. If you have a pre-existing condition, you got to apparently book the travel insurance way in advance. One of my friends, he goes on a lot of cruises, he told me this. Good advice. If you don't have a pre-existing condition, you can kind of drag your feet on it a bit and buy it before you go on the cruise, right before you leave. But I would line it up well in advance. Now, let me tell you about my cruise here. I was on this cruise on Norwegian Breakaway. It was a very cold month, January, I believe 2018. It was icy when we left New York. They had tugs break up the ice. Okay, this cruise, we were supposed to go to Aruba for 2 nights, or 2 days, right? Sounds great, right? A lot of people booked the cruise for that reason. It turns out, believe it or not, we never got to Aruba at all. And some people on the cruise were very irate because they had booked private tours that were non-refundable. So this is another very sharp bit of travel advice for cruising. If you don't book your tours through the cruise line, and the problem is they do cost more money, unfortunately, you are not guaranteed. If something happens and they can't make the port, a lot of those tours people booked that are private, they never got their money back. It can happen. Beware. It's better sometimes to pay a little more money for the cruise tour. Also, the cruise tour makes sure you get back on the ship. Some of these other tours, if they run late, say they get a flat tire or something happens, there's no guarantee that they'll get you back to that cruise ship before it leaves. They leave port early too, a lot of times. They leave like right on schedule. You can't come back like 15 minutes late. They leave without you. So book the tours through the cruise line. That's my advice. And get the travel insurance ahead of time. This, it's very scary, some of the stuff going on Sarasota Tim's channel. Not only himself having the diverticulitis issue, but also his friend JV, Johnny Vegas. The guy is in bad condition. Unfortunately, this is horrible. About as bad as it gets. He needs a heart transplant. That's what's been going on Tim's channel. He's been talking about it. So he's got his team of doctors, Johnny Vegas that is, and they're gonna, see what they can do. Put him on a list, get him ready. I can't believe some of it though. I'm very kind of shocked because Tim just filmed them. They went to the steakhouse for dinner. They were in Vegas. They were in a parking garage. They're walking around. They went to the buffet. How's a guy that can do all that need a heart transplant just a few months later? I'm dumbfounded. I would think if he was that sickly, he would have been in like a power chair or a scooter of some sort in Vegas. He would have had oxygen, maybe. How's a guy that he appeared healthy, boom, need something like this, have something like this happen? It's terrible. I hope the guy is getting second opinions on everything. I mean, it's very strange stuff. And then Tim, he's got his own problems. That diverticulitis, that thing, his doctor's guessing based on his symptoms, and they treated it with a course of antibiotics, knock on wood, that works, or it doesn't flare up again. He doesn't really know. He never got a scan done. He doesn't know what's actually going on. It's kind of like a shot in the dark. So both these things coming up, it's scary stuff. That's why I wanted to do the video about the cruise travel insurance and show you this footage here. Yeah, it's pretty scary. You just don't know how things could progress. I'd have to say that's one of the bad things about cruising, is you're on there, and if something flares up like this kind of stuff, hey, I'll show you guys what happens here. This original footage, hit the thumbs up for me, guys. I went and found this stuff. I researched it out from my own venture. Took a little bit of work. Hey, I'm going to be at the wineries this weekend posting, so I'll see you guys in that one. And now I'm editing this. I'm going to put this video together right now and get it up for you guys, so you can see about this. I just gave you some real valuable advice too. Alright guys, let's keep in our prayers Johnny Vegas and Tim Sarasota, and also Blind Views. That's right. He had his eye operation, and apparently it didn't quite work out right. There's waviness to it, and now he has to see a retina specialist. I checked in on his channel. A matter of fact, I think he might be doing a live stream. Is today Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday evening. I'll have to check that. See if he's up there live. But yeah, keep him in your prayers as well. It's scary stuff, guys. Alright, check this footage out. I'll see you in the next one. I'm back in the cabin after that pickup.